Welcome to Old Game Plus, and it's the 25th anniversary of the Sega Mega Drive in Australia, and it sold 31 million units worldwide. First went on sale in Japan in 1988.
Yep.
Still on sale now.
So it's still on sale today in this kind of form, which is a cut down version of it, usually with built-in games, but it still takes the old cartridges and still uses basically the same controller.
It competed with the SNES.
The SNES at the time, yeah.
It was a little bit inferior in many ways, the graphics and to it, but it had one big advantage, and that was its processor.
Blast processing.
Oh, yes. That just meant it could move screens around a lot quicker, and that suited something very well, didn't it?
It suited the fast games like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, their flagship game. And their marketing around, especially with Sonic and that, while Nintendo had their a bit filtered, a bit family-friendly, green blood in games and things like that, Sega were a bit more aggressive and a bit more... grown up.
So in the US at the time, they focused on teens rather than kids. So things like arcade titles like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, like, beat 'em ups and fighters were the thing at the time, and they really ported a lot of those to the system to encourage that teen market. And having a Mega Drive at the time was cool, and if you had a SNES, not a Mega Drive, you didn't want to mention the fact that you had a SNES. It got that kind of competitive.
And it had Sonic.
And it had Sonic.
But it was interesting though that after the kind of first gen of the consoles, they did go for that grown-up sort of way, which is probably something we're still struggling with these days.
We're still struggling to deal with that a bit today.
Just understanding that it happened. But the controller was... it had its own unique ways about it.
Yeah, so this one is the 3-button controller, which originally came with the system. But by the time fighters started being ported to the system, they came out with the 6-button controller, which was good, buttons. So for 3 punches, high, medium, low, 3 kicks, high, medium, low. So cool.
It made a very good console for fighting games. Also had like Disney games, pretty good ones like Aladdin,
Mickey Mouse series, and Crackshot and things like that.
Sports titles,
lots
EA
of sports titles,
arcade as well, and you mentioned fighters. There's Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat.
Yep, and Virtua Fighter. The Virtua series kind of started in this era as well.
Yeah, the 2D Virtua Fighter 2.
The 2D
really good. Still comes on those little pre-made packing ones now. It also had something really unique, which was
add-on technology.
Add-ons. Well, it started off well, and then got a bit silly, but it is Sonic and Knuckles being able to put the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge on top adds it to the game. That was pretty cool. They didn't do much of it, but that's a nice idea.
Yeah, but then it got silly with add-ons. So to compete with a changing market, they added a CD attachment, and they also added a 32-bit attachment, for 32X.
A couple of different models, some that came with it all in one and some that didn't, made to different markets.
But in Japan, they had things like the Mega Modem, which allowed you to play, I think there was up to 17 games online, which was a pretty, kind of foreshadowing of what the future of gaming would be. And another foreshadowing of the future was the Sega channel, which connected to cable TV in the US, and you could download demos and full games off the cable TV network.
But you can see that influence that ended up, it didn't, not so much in the Saturn, but then Dreamcast when they tried to really go with that. But I think the add-ons were pretty much where they started to confuse people. I mean, they're pretty cool. I love my add-ons. Even with a PC, if I see an empty slot, I have to put something in it. I love those add-ons on consoles, but I think the market got a little bit...
disillusioned.
Didn't really know where it was going there.
And a lot of these add-ons happened after the event of the Sega Saturn coming out too, so
which
it didn't make sense.
The market, but it's a pretty good console, and 31 million units. And remember, that's back when the video game market was nowhere near the sizes that it is now.
Yes.
So 31 million units competed pretty well with the Super Nintendo at the time.
The SNES sold about 50 million units, I think it was, but in the US at the time, Sega won until the advent of the add-ons for the Mega Drive, which kind of let Nintendo catch up and eventually take the title for that era. But they put up a good fight.
Yeah, and it had attitude, great trolling. Sega does what Nintendo don't, those ads and things like that. It was the cool console at the time.
Yes.
And it came in black and everything. It just nice marketing, bit grown-up marketing. Good to see we started to go down that path.
Yes.
But 25 years in Australia of the
Sega Mega Drive.
Sega Mega Drive.